where were you before working with us?
I was in a very toxic work environment, coming from a larger corporation. The leadership style just was not a good fit. There was just no more career growth in that particular division. And being with the company for so long, I was ready to see what else is out there. I got snatched up by ECU. Thank goodness. It was like everything happens at the right time. I mean, it was a really hard situation. I was very unsure of my capabilities. And coming into ECU, what I was looking for was obviously a new job, but making sure that the company that I selected was one that was a good fit for me. And through all of the coaching, the rewriting of the resume, really beefing up my LinkedIn, with the coaching around, you should be posting articles and content to get your name out there, using that automation to build up your network. It worked. I didn't go through every single step of the program. Working with you, Christine, it really helped my confidence. I really felt like I got promoted into a director position and maybe I just wasn't ready for it. But you helped me reset my mind and my focus and my worthiness. And that to me is huge because I didn't feel worthy enough to be a director.
You were, from the very moment you woke until late into the evening, dedicated to your role. So
Yeah.
to find time to do this program and dedicate it to yourself, that's phenomenal. So give yourself a pat on the back for that. I'm honored to have been part of this journey. Absolutely. But you did it.
I will say though, I couldn't have done it without you. You are really key to the ECU program. And I know why after people come into the program, the first thing that they need to do is get with you. Because a lot of the people that, are coming into this program are in situations like I am. And unfortunately, I was coming from a company that they just totally want to decentralize everything. I didn't agree with the business objectives of the leadership. I'm really glad that I found ECU. I couldn't have done this without you. I need some mental clarity and rejuvenation and self-worth before I can even dive into feeling like I can get another director position. This time I spent the time, I researched the companies, I did everything, that the program really taught you to do so that I can make the best informed decision, not only for myself, but as well as for my family.
We know you, we know your backstory, we know exactly what you're looking for. And if you're not sure what you're looking for, we're going to help you figure that out. So if you're doing it alone, it's chaos. It's absolute chaos. To break it down and be able to see it from every aspect. Yeah. So
now I can say,
yeah,
when I started getting into applying for all these different jobs, I should have been doing a better job of keeping track of every single job that I applied for, because I applied for over 100 jobs. And I know Tim kept saying, keep track of them. Who was your contact? Did you send a follow-up? Did you apply for the job? Did you get a follow-up for the job? If not, follow up, find a person. The way I got my job was that I wouldn't have received that without everything else that I had been doing prior to that. So he saw that, my resume was posted up there on LinkedIn and all of that great stuff. And with the automation, it was, he knew a person who knew a person who knew a person. He looked me up on my profile and he sent me a direct message. So it really is the networking and who you know and how to get your foot in the door. After my first conversation with Luke, when I talked to him and he was talking to me about the program and everything, and he was like, well, do you have contacts? How are you going to get to that next career move? Or, how are you going to get that money that you want to earn?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, you need to join our program. I signed up for the program that moment in time, I paid for the whole program. There was no thinking about it.
What did you find most valuable about working together with ECU?
The networking, not just on LinkedIn and through the automation, but the networking within everyone that's part of the program. But I'm glad where I am.
Absolutely.
But for those that, just start out with the program, or for those that have been in the program, you need to put the effort in. You're going to get something out of it, but you have to put something into it to get something out of it.
Absolutely. The effort and the energy that we put into the program, it does come back to us. We can give you all the tools in the world. If they're not being utilized, if we're not really making time, right? We all have the same amount of hours in the day, and it can be tough, and we all have these things, but just adjusting things around, going into time boxing, all of these different aspects that we do talk about in the program, very valuable.